Okay, we are continuing. I was still trying to record here. You understood limited resource and scarce resource, isn't it? So I'm not going to explain this. I have already explained it. I said because of scarcity, choices have to be made. Every time a choice is made, an opportunity cost is incurred. An opportunity cost refers to the value to the decision maker of the best alternative that could have been chosen but was not chosen. Or it is defined as the value of the best foregone opportunity. I have explained those, so I'm not going to overemphasize. Scarce resources, I said we are talking about factors of production. Factors of production are the scarce resources that are used to produce goods and services. And these include natural resources, which is at times called land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, and technology. Technology is an emerging fifth factor of production. Initially, we had 4 of them. Technology was not there. But as people conduct their researches or embark on their researches, they then came up with the conclusions or the inferences that technology is also a factor of production. You can visit various literature to find out more about this. But note that money is not a factor of production. Why is money not a factor of production? Before I respond to that question, let me start by explaining this. Natural resource is a limiting factor or is a limited factor of production, or is a limited resource. Why? Because I gave you an example. I have drawn a piece of land and I showed you how it is a limited resource. Laborers are also limited because that is why we also have to apply for jobs, and then we need people of certain skills. So the skills, people who are skilled are limited. So they are scarce. And then we also have capital resources. This is what I wanted to explain before we actually go to explaining why money is not a factor of production. When we talk about capital, this is varsity. In high school, they were teaching you in EMS. I only did a commercial subject when I was doing grade 9. That was the last time I was doing commercial subjects. So from grade 10 to 12, I did science stream. Then I got commercial subjects again here at varsity. So what I remember from what we were taught in high school in grade 9 is that when we were defining capital, we were saying capital is the money that we use to start a business. Yeah? Capital is the money that is used to start a business. But that is the definition in high school and in primary, not here. Here at varsity, when we talk about capital, we talk about the resources that are used to produce goods and services so that they can further be used to make money. We talk about resources such as machineries. If you are a baker, you are using a certain machine. So that machine is your capital resource because it will make money for your business. Capital is not money. Are we together? Capital are just resources that we use to make money. So don't confuse capital with money. Now, why is money not a factor of production? Because we said capital is not money. Money is not a factor of production because it is not directly involved in the production of goods and services. I have understood myself, but before later I will remove you, and who else? And Karen. Maslatli pause, I will remove you guys. Money is not a factor of production because it is not directly involved in the production of goods and services. Or perhaps you can take the notes that you have in your pockets now, or the coins that you have now, to produce tomatoes. Can you use that money directly to produce goods and services? No. Therefore, money is not a factor of production. But money can be used to purchase other factors of production. I'm going to repeat. Money is not a factor of production because it is not directly involved in the process of producing goods and services. We don't use money to directly produce tomatoes. Rather, we use money to purchase other factors of production so that we can produce goods and services. We use money to buy those machineries. We use money to buy capital. We use money to buy laborers, and we pay those laborers the what we call wages or salary, and etc. Did you get that? Okay, I am moving on. You will get this question somewhere, be it in the assignment, in the test, or in the exam, and you will have to explain why money is not considered a factor of production. Now we are coming to the illustration of scarcity, choice, and opportunity cost in what we call a PPC or a PPF. PPC stands for Production Possibility Curve, and PPF stands for Production Possibility Frontier. They are the same thing, they are synonymous. So what is production possibility curve? Look at this table here. We are going to use this table to compute a production possibility curve or a production possibility frontier, meaning that for us to draw a production possibility curve, we must have two commodities. That is a point of departure. And the two products that are in question here are fish and potatoes. These are the two products. Therefore, when we define production possibility curve, we will say it is a curve that shows the combination of goods, of two commodities, or of two goods and services that are achievable or attainable when communities or societies' resources are fully and efficiently used, utilized, or employed. I'm going to repeat myself. Production possibility curve is a curve that shows the combination or the integration of two commodities or of two goods and services that are producible, that are achievable, that are attainable when society's resources are fully and efficiently utilized, used, or combined. That is opportunity cost. I mean to say production possibility curve. When we say the resources, the communities or society's resources must be fully used, it means that if you have this water now, let's draw another glass. You have this glass of water. So it has water. You want to bath, or let me say, yes, you want to bath and you want to cook. So when you draw the production possibility curve, you are supposed to divide this water accordingly so that at the end you can use the whole water in this glass. You don't have to leave any droplet in this glass. And in that way, if you are able to use all this volume of water, we will say you have employed this resource fully. You have used the water fully. You must use the whole resources that you have at your disposal. And then coming to efficiency now. When it comes to efficiency, we are saying that, yes, we know, we are saying that you are supposed to use this water, all of it. Ne? But what do we mean when we say you are supposed to use it efficiently? We are saying use it without wasting any of it. Use all of it, but don't waste. Because someone will bath with this water, the other one will cook, and then the person will spill the other droplets of water. So in that case, you are inefficient. You are wasting water. So efficiency means producing more goods and services at lower cost without wasting any resources, time, or energy. So that is efficiency. So when you cook, you must cook at a shorter lead time. You must cook faster. When you bath, you must also bath faster so that your water does not evaporate. You must be efficient. Efficiency means you don't waste time. You produce without wasting time, without wasting resources, without wasting energy. So in that case, you'll be efficient. So let me ask you, if I'm saying bake the muffins for us, we need 5 muffins tomorrow. And then we know that baking 5 muffins can take about, let's say, 20 minutes. It's an example. I don't know how to bake here. So if baking 5 muffins takes 20 minutes and you spend 30 minutes, will we say you are efficient? Baking muffins takes 20 minutes, but you take more than 20 minutes to bake those muffins. Are you efficient?
No.
No, you are inefficient because you are wasting time, you are wasting energy, you are also wasting other resources. So you are being inefficient, meaning that you should start using efficiency as well. If someone wastes your time, you will say you are being inefficient now. No, I'm not going to condone that. We are not going to tolerate that. But effectiveness, when we say you are effective in your production, I'm differentiating between efficiency and effectiveness. When you are efficient, you will be doing right things. Okay, no. When you are efficient, you will be successfully doing something. If we say bake muffins and you are able to bake them, you are effective. You have been effective in the baking of muffins. If we say drink this water, you drink it. You have successfully drank water. Now tell me, can a person be effective without being efficient? Can I be effective without being efficient? Can I be effective without being efficient? Miguel is saying no in the chat box. Others, what are you saying? If you respond faster, we'll be able to move. But if you keep quiet, then I will wait for your responses.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Miss Machine, you can give a reason, substantiate your answer. Yes, Miguel, you can also give us an answer.
Okay, I think you can be effective and not be efficient, because activity talks about doing, whereas being efficient talks about getting the work done at the right time and with the optimal use of resources.
Good. That's perfect. So one can be effective without being efficient. In the example I gave of baking muffins, remember, effectiveness has got something to do. Effectiveness refers to the degree to which something has been successfully achieved. Meaning that if we say bake 5 muffins and you are able to bake them, so you have been effective because you have successfully baked. But efficiency means you are baking, but you are wasting time. If you waste time, you have not been efficient. Meaning that a person can be effective without being efficient. So I can bake those muffins, and then if I waste time, I spend more than 30 minutes or more than 20 minutes baking those muffins. At the end, I will be able to bake them. But then I have wasted time and other resources, meaning that I have been inefficient. I have not been efficient, meaning that a person can be effective without being efficient. Now, we were talking about production possibility curve. This one is there in your assignment as well. Make sure you understand the calculations we are going to do here, because they are there in your assignment. Listen very carefully and take note. This is the production possibility curve. It moves from point A up to point F. This line, the blue line that you see here, is what we call a production possibility curve from point A to point F. This combination, this line shows the combination of potatoes and fish that are attainable when society's resources are fully and efficiently used. It brings us to what we call the PPC. And then make sure you take notes of these economic meanings of the combinations that you see on this curve. From point A to point F, this line here, we write down attainable and efficient combinations. Point A up to F are attainable and efficient combinations. I hope you wrote it down. Point A up to F and H, excluding G, meaning that we are taking all these points on this line and these ones inside the line. A, B, C, D, E, F, and H are called attainable combinations. Write it down, meaning they are achievable. When we say they are attainable, they are achievable. So they are attainable. Then,
can you please repeat again?
Okay, point A, B, C, D, E, and F are called attainable and efficient combinations. Remember, I told you that when we say something is attainable, it means we can be able to achieve it. When we say it's efficient, it means that we are employing resources fully. We are using them fully and we don't waste any of those resources. That means we are efficient. Meaning that A up to F are achievable and then they can be produced simultaneously without wasting the resources, time, and energy, including money. Right? Then A, B, C, D, E, F, and H are called attainable combinations only. You just say attainable combinations. It means that we can achieve those. And then point H, combination H. Remember, this is a combination because it's a combination of what? Of potatoes and basket. At point H, there are 70 kgs of baskets per day and 2 baskets of fish per day. It's a combination, right? So this combination, combination H, is called, okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, and H are called attainable combinations. Then point H is called inefficient combination. It's attainable and inefficient combination. Write it like that. Point H is attainable and inefficient combination, meaning that at point H, we are producing these products. We are successfully producing them. We are able to produce them, right? But we are being inefficient in the production, meaning that we are not using all the resources that we have at our disposal. So this person is operating at combination A, whereas he had an option to operate at combination C, which is optimal. So this one is attainable and inefficient because the person has not used other resources or has wasted other resources. That's why he arrived at this point. If you are baking muffins with the resources that you were having,
Can you please repeat?
Yes. With the resources that you are having, you are going to be able to produce 85 muffins, but you have wasted some of the resources. That is why you ended up producing 70 instead of 85. That is why we are saying it's inefficient. It's achievable, but it's inefficient. And then coming to the last point, whatever I'm saying here are the economic meanings of this combination. So if you are asked to give the economic meaning of all these combinations, of any of the combinations, you must be able to give them like I'm saying now. So lastly, combination G is outside the PPC, right? It's beyond the production possibility curve. And it is called unattainable combination. It is not achievable. This is the most desirable combination. Point H is undesirable because we are wasting resources. But point G is desirable, but is not achievable. This person, this farmer, wishes to produce 85 kgs of potatoes per day and at the same time 4 baskets of fish per day. But because the resources are scarce, this person cannot produce at this level. And we are saying the economic implication of this combination is unattainable combination, meaning that no farmer will operate at this point because of scarcity. Did I clarify this diagram better? Did you all understand? I want us to calculate opportunity cost now. Okay, let's go here first. Okay, and Nandi says Nandi has understood, meaning that we can continue because others are not being responsive.
Hello, Tumela. I can't hear anything.
You can please type in the chat room, indicate to her that she should leave the session and rejoin. Is it unattainable only or also desirable? You write unattainable, Booty or Ceci Game 0343. You write unattainable. Remember, at this level of study, you don't just write an answer and leave it as it is. You are going to write and further explain. So in your explanation, you will write that it is a desirable combination. It is unattainable. And then when you explain, you will say, farmers desire to operate at that point. But because scarce resources are restricting factors, they cannot operate at that level. Therefore, they will be forced to do what? Instead of operating optimally at point G, they will be forced to operate at point E. That is what it means. Yes, thank you, Buti Peter. Then I was saying, this is just an explanation of what I was saying. Attainable combinations are all points on or inside the PPC. On the PPC and inside the PPC. A, B, C, D, and H. They are called attainable. They are achievable. And then unattainable combinations all point beyond the PPC. You go beyond the PPC, you will find the point G, which is unattainable. I'm not going to overemphasize this because I have said them. So I will just go to the last one. Increase in potential output. It is when there is an outward shift of the PPC. When there is an increase in output, we will be having something like this. The curve will be shifting outwards. So it will do like this. So if your curve is like that, make sure it's like a C shape. Don't do something like I did here. It's a C shape. So this curve has shifted from this point to this point, and it is called an increase in output. So that is what they mean when they say increase in output. Did you understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We are now going to the calculation of the what we call opportunity cost. Thank you, Ceci Gay or Boutique Gay. We are calculating now. We are left with less than 12 minutes. Less than 9 minutes, I mean to say. So the session will kick us out and then we'll have to come back for the last time. We are calculating. Listen very carefully and make sure you understand, because this question is there in your assignment. So if they ask you in the test or in the exam or in the assignment to calculate opportunity cost, this is what you have to do. If they say calculate the opportunity cost of combination A, the marks will guide you. Let me open the assignment. When they say calculate for combination A, where's that assignment? Okay, you will see it. When they say, you will be guided by the marks. If they say 2 marks, just know that your answer should be with respect to both products. I repeat, if they say 2 marks, they say calculate the opportunity cost, and they say 2 marks, just know that you calculate for both commodities. But if they say 1 mark, you must know that you calculate in terms of one commodity. You will understand when we look at, when I'm explaining here. Let's say, for instance, they say calculate the opportunity cost of combination A. Remember, opportunity cost, we are calculating the loss to the farmer. And this is what you have to put in your mind when you calculate opportunity cost. You check the maximum value of each product. The maximum value of fish is 5. The maximum value of potatoes is what? Is 100. That is the first thing you have to do. So now if they say, calculate the opportunity cost of combination A, it means that we are focusing on A only. And at combination A, the farmer is producing 0 baskets of fish per day and 100 kgs of potatoes per day. Right? Meaning that what it means here, when we say the farmer is producing 0 fish, meaning that the farmer is not producing any of the fish. Meaning that he is focusing all his resources on the production of potatoes. That is why he is achieving the maximum output of potatoes. So when we calculate opportunity cost, which is the loss in terms of the fish and the basket, when they say of combination A, you must know that you use both commodities. But if they say calculate the opportunity cost of producing fish, you are going to answer with respect to potatoes. So you will understand. Let's calculate for combination A. For combination A, when we calculate opportunity cost, you will take the maximum of fish, which is 5. You say 5, you subtract the value at this combination, which is 0. 5 minus 0 is what? Is 5. And then the maximum for potatoes is 100. And then the value on this combination is what? Is 100. Therefore, you will say 100 minus 100. You get 0, which is the opportunity cost. So when you respond to this question, you will say the opportunity cost for combination A is 5 baskets of fish per day and 0 kgs of potatoes per day. What does it mean? It means that when the farmer chooses to produce 0 units of fish or 0 baskets of fish per day, he is going to lose producing 5 units of fish. This 5 is the maximum attainable output. But the farmer decided to focus all his resources on the production of tomatoes. He did not produce fish. Therefore, he loses an opportunity of producing 5 baskets of fish per day. But this time, when he focuses on producing 100 kgs of potatoes per day, he's focusing all his resources to the production of potatoes. How much of potatoes is he going to lose? He's not going to lose anything in terms of potatoes because all his resources are focused on the production of potatoes. So there is 0 loss at combination A. Did you understand? Opportunity cost is a loss to the decision maker or a loss to the farmer. Does it make sense?
No.
Okay, let's go to combination D. You will understand. At combination D, okay, at combination D, if they say calculate the opportunity cost for combination D, you will always take the maximum you subtract by the value on that combination. So at combination D, this is what we have. 3 baskets of fish a day and 70 kgs of potatoes per day, right? So when you calculate opportunity cost at point D or at combination D, you will take the maximum for fish, which is 5. You will say 5 minus the value at that combination, which is 3. 5 minus 3 is what? Is 2. And then the maximum of potatoes is 100. Therefore, you take 100, you subtract by the value on this combination, which is 70. And then you will remain with 30. This will be the answer. You will say, the opportunity cost of combination B is 2 units or 2 baskets of fish per day and 30 kgs of potatoes per day. Opportunity cost is a loss. When this person produces 3 units or 3 baskets, remember, the maximum achievable output is 5. This person can produce 5, but then he chooses to produce 3. How much is he going to lose? He's going to lose 2 because his maximum achievable output is 5. So he is losing 2 because he's opted to produce 3. So an opportunity cost will be 2 baskets of fish per day. He is losing 2 baskets of fish per day. And this side, how much is he going to lose if he decides to produce 30? If he decides to produce 70? If you produce 70, whereas you can produce up to 100, how much are you losing? So we'll subtract 70 from 100. We get the loss. The loss will be 30. That will be an opportunity cost. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We have less than 1 minute. You will join in less than 3 minutes, and then I will explain another combination so that you understand better. Before we go back, we go to the calculation of one good. Any question why in this remaining few seconds? If you have question, you can type in the chat box, but there's no time. It means you will have to ask when